is known as the flame
of the king of an underworld ring.
He's an ape who won't let her escape. That's entertainment.
Hi humanity, welcome to my channel. And today we're gonna talk about the law of one and digging in deep into that. The question by the patron who requested this video, wanted to know more about the role of celebrities and entertainers and social media and how, you compare yourself to them, because sin means missing the mark. And you're missing the mark if you're talking down about yourself to yourself or talking down about anyone else. You don't judge a book by its cover. It doesn't mean anything. The outside doesn't mean anything. It's the inside, the merit of your mind. How you react, how you respond. That is, what you're being. Well, social anything. Social means a large group of people. It's a party. You put your best manners on. You treat everyone with admiration and respect. You don't like what they're saying, you walk away from that group. No one's making you listen to them. You can mute and block. What's the matter with you guys? Think. You don't have to run everybody off that you don't like. Hello. That's fine. Block them. You don't want to listen to that. That's fine. But there's other people who will listen to both sides and say, well, this side has merit on this and this side has merit on that. Why don't we put the two together? And this is what America is good at and has always been good at. All right. It's the Belgian waffle, but when you get here, it's waffle any way you can do it. Okay, you can do it with cornmeal and jalapenos. You can do it with all kinds of stuff, and putting fried chicken on top of them with some butter and syrup is delicious. Most people, but no, you have to try it. Don't judge a book by its cover. It's in everything. It's a perception. So social, if you're not, giving out admiration and respect, sitting back and looking at it, asking yourself, why is that yanking your chain? Well, I'm going to forgive him because I don't understand. So then if you're right thinking, it's going to come back and show itself to you in the sense of something happening to the other person. If you were maligning or you were not right thinking, then something is going to happen to you. And it may be online, it may not be online. It's social. Everyone and everything. One for all and all for one. You don't know how you'll get your spanking. You're living under karmic law because you're not really awake. You just know common sense. It's, common sense to try to be kind and nice and loving and forgiving, and how can we tackle this from the aspect of love? And these are common sense things that you learned on your journey. But the law of one is all for one and one for all. Okay, and there's a higher purpose going on here, and everybody is ruled by the higher principle. It overrules the lower principle, and because the lower principle is the lowest is the physics, it overrules it and sustains it. So you change your thinking, it changes the world on the outside. You can't save the world unless you save yourself. You're the one projecting it out. You're the one who sees it that way. Okay, so that's the social part, and that applies to social anything. Social media, social justice. You don't get to met out justice to social. You don't. Okay? Because there's all kinds of people in that mix. All right? And they have gathered together because most of them think the same way. But they're all saying the same thing. All of them around the world. We're just saying it differently. Okay, that's all. We are the Tower of Babel. So it takes leaders of great patience and love to sit back and actually look at it. And this is being King Solomon. And we're working that out, you know. And King Solomon sits back and looks at it and gets the answer from the one. All of us, all of us together will tell him in the silence. And that's who's talking to you. And you ask for your divine purpose if you don't know what it is, because that's what brings you the riches and everything on the outside. Okay, so take the example of the celebrity and the entertainer. They're just people. Put their pants on one leg at a time like everyone else. However, you know, we tend to put them up on a pedestal because they're doing their divine purpose and they're getting all these wonderful things. And, you know, we admire and respect them. There's some people who are jealous and envious of them. You know, so how are you going to see them? Now, which side are you going to take to motivate you? What's it going to take? You know, and on the one side, you know, it's realizing you had to be that way, the jealous, envious way, to step beyond that. And, you know, now you're getting all the riches and everything, but you still don't see the big picture. You still don't see that we're one. Okay, so the example here, we have several. For myself, I learned this with Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. You know, those two loved each other for decades. They were together for decades, but Spencer Tracy was a good Catholic, and he was married and had a child who was slow. And he did everything for his wife, and his wife loved him. She knew she wasn't the one that got his juju going. Okay, so they came to amicable agreement about it all. You know, no divorce. And Katharine was a part of their lives. All right. And they loved the child and loved each other, you know, admired and respected each other right up until the end. Everything went well for them, for all of them, because of their understanding and love for each other. Okay, and those things never made it out into the public. It was private. And this goes back to social, okay? Celebrities are just people, and they think they're being so good and loving by putting out their dirty laundry to everybody. But what they're really doing is saying, look at me, I'm a victim, or look at me, I'm a bully. You know, and this is a tough road to hoe, playing that role. You know, and that's someone who's been sniffing their own farts, but a lot of them are just, that's what they learned, and now they're rising up. And so they do something, you know, and then here it comes. Here comes all the caca coming at you. Are you living what you preach? Huh? What's coming out of your mouth? That's what you're preaching. Okay, because that's what you believe, and you've already been imagining it. If it's coming out of your mouth. And that's why you bite your tongue. Because you understand what comes out of your mouth comes into your life. And, you know, you can negate it. You have risen into the laws of love and forgiveness, which is higher than the karmic laws. Okay? They overrule the karmic laws and the physical laws. And it's infinite, man. It's infinite. So you're not going to know how it comes to be. You know, you just know it will be. That's all. It will be this way. You know, you stick to your guns, you stick to your story. But people who are drawn to becoming celebrities, who push their dirty laundry out there, who push their personal judgments about things out there that is really no one's business. You've invited all these people into your personal life. Then all these people get to witness you getting your judgment in your personal life because you chose to weave it into the celebrities. So, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith is a perfect example of this. She's losing her crown. She's been maligning and judging for a long time. Herself and her husband, and her family, something, but surely it's coming back to bite her. Her beautiful crown is falling out, and she's sensitive to that. She's sensitive about it. She's aware of it. And she doesn't know what to do about it, really. Because let's face it, medicines and stuff aren't working. So, they're at the table, it's the affair. Chris Rock makes an innocent joke. It wasn't meant personally. It was meant in relation to her work. He doesn't see that her crown of beauty is gone. He sees her as beautiful. She's the one who doesn't see herself as beautiful. Her husband, Will Smith, he sees her as beautiful. He's right there with Chris Rock. He didn't take it personally. He's laughing and clapping. And then he looks at her. She's not laughing. And she's giving him daggers. I'm taking this personally. How dare you not take it personally, too? Knee-jerk reaction, jumps up. And you can tell when he's doing it, he can't seem to stop himself because he has a little smile on his face. Like, I can't believe this is happening. Slap. And Chris Rock is just, dude, what the hell? His master not happy. She's not happy. And he can't make her happy. She's the one who's not loving herself. He can love her back. He can send his universal life force to her to fill her up if he had the knowledge, if he understood that he's depleted, and you have to take a stand somewhere. And you need to break those chains so you can get a good night's sleep. So I hope this helps. The celebrity can choose to be an entertainer where they don't share their personal opinions about anything, and they keep it to themselves, and they only present the entertainer to the public, and they keep their private lives private, and this is what Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn did. This is what Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn do. But then there's others who feel like you need to say something, and this is thinking you're less than or better than someone else, and you're getting it all because the life principle has guided you to this, and you're doing it. So he's very happy, and he rewards you, right? No matter what you say or do or think, he's going to reward you for performing your purpose. Okay, but you will fall down if you think it's the mask doing it. It's not. It's not. It's the infinite in your heart, and the infinite in your solar plexus, all together with man's imagination that does it. That's the Christ. And he ascended to this higher principle of law, love, and forgiveness. It's a law. So, you claim it. You're giving out hateful thoughts, and that's all you think about. That's what you're loving on. And it's attacking you from the lower karmic principles. Keep your mouth shut. And then go think about it and let the principle, the being, tell you what to say. He's made it so you could be all this success and have all this wonderful stuff. Appreciate your life. You know, and the most do appreciate having all that, but they, don't see the higher principle, and so you got to get a nudge. You got to, look, this is how you think, and you're not going to change unless something's, hurts you enough to make you change. And they're not better. They're people. They're vessels for God, and they're humans. Okay, they're human beings. So you help each other. You think the best of each other. It's not for me to judge you for being a janitor. You're the best freaking janitor ever. Everyone has their purpose, and they will be pressing things upon people in their world, in their life, and eventually we all harmonize. Oh, so I hope this helps. Blessings to you, and thank you. Thank you for being you.
More. There is much more in store. The world is a stage. The stage is a world of entertainment.